And we're back with episode number 52. I'm a little hungry, but I have a pizza cooking right now, so hopefully I can have a nice little break for dinner after this. But for now, let's head back into the ballroom, see what has transpired in our absence. What's up there? Is this where we came in? I think this is where we came in. In which case, we've already been here. Well, nothing interesting by the looks of it. Down we go.
Your sister attempted regicide in front of the entire court, Gaspard.
You're the spy master. If anyone knew this atrocity was coming, it was you.
You don't deny your involvement.
I do deny it. I knew nothing of Florian's plans. But you knew it all and did nothing.
I don't think either of them actually knew.
I don't know which is better. That you think I'm all-seeing, or that you're trying so hard to play innocent and failing.
Maybe Gaspard, he might have known.
We will not bicker while Tevinter plots against our nation. For the safety of the Empire, I will have answers.
She looks a little bit older there. Interesting. They're both true. So why can I only choose one? Let's see what they mean. Alright, so we can support Briala. Or alright, so either way, if you let her if you let Celine live, apparently that means you have to turn in your evidence against Gaspard. But you can use it to support Briala or just to overthrow him.
I wouldn't have caught Florian in time without Briala's help.
You were working together?
Of course.
In a manner of speaking. That's bad, but this one is a lot worse.
Thanks to Briala, Gaspard's mercenary captain will testify that he hired men to infiltrate the palace.
Hired thugs? I didn't expect you to stoop so low, cousin.
Don't be naive, Celine. The only difference between a mercenary and a common soldier is a uniform.
Keep talking, Gaspard. Eventually, you'll convince somebody.
Oh, you can say both.
He also murdered a council of heralds emissary. I found the body and his knife in the servants' quarters.
I have done no such thing.
Briala found all of this out for your sake, Celine.
In light of overwhelming evidence, we have no choice but to declare you an enemy of the Empire. You are hereby sentenced to death.
Interesting. And I guess you can ask for a reward for Briala. Hopefully for the elves. So either way, it's basically the same decision as before. Either way, Gaspard is executed. But you can also push her towards Briala.
I think Ambassador Briala deserves some reward for uncovering all this.
For this service to the Empire, Briala, your previous treachery will be pardoned. But you will have to live in exile.
You're too kind.
Thank you, Inquisitor, for all your efforts tonight. I owe you my life, and Orlais owes you its future.
Well, not quite the outcome Briala and I were hoping for, but I suppose it is something.
You have done a service for the Empire never to be forgotten, my friend. This piece is your doing. You truly are the instrument of Andraste. Orlais will never forget your part in this, nor will I. Lords and ladies of the court, the civil war which has plagued us is at an end. The Orlesian Empire is whole again. Those who drove us into war for selfish gain have been dealt with as traitors. Gaspard de Chalon is guilty of treason. He is no longer our cousin and shall never again hold title or land in Orlais. We have lost enough. No more! Now, we can move forward to healing and restoration. In our hour of need, the Inquisition has faced these dangers beside us. It is the honor of Orlais to stand with Andraste's herald to end this crisis. And in ages to come, our children and grandchildren can say that we left them a brighter world. Will you address the court, my friend?
The civil war may have ended, but the fighting has just begun. The battle is far from over.
We of the court must use our resources. Not every battle is won on the field, but that is tomorrow. Tonight, feast, my friends. Enjoy our victory. There will be many more to come.
The Orlesian nobility make drunken toasts to your victory, and yet you are not present to hear them. Do you tire so quickly of their congratulations, Inquisitor? 'Tis most fickle, after all your efforts on their behalf.
There's plenty of opportunity for that later. I wanted some air.
I had no wish to interrupt your breathing, only to bring news. By imperial decree, I have been named liaison to the Inquisition.
Interesting.
Celine wishes to offer you any and all aid, including mine. Congratulations.
I had no idea you were interested in joining the Inquisition.
The assignment has been given to me, regardless of my personal interest. Celine knows you face an opponent who wields great magical power, which is far more important than her own curiosity. You will require my knowledge if you are to defeat such magic.
That's true. She's
Regardless,
knowledgeable about the
Corypheus
darker
is a
arts.
threat to Orlais and to myself. Thus, I am not opposed to the appointment.
What skills do you have that would benefit us?
I have knowledge which falls beyond the realm of most mages. I suspect this is also true of Corypheus, thus it behooves you to add to your arcane arsenal, yes? Mundane knowledge will not bring the rift in the sky to a close, after all.
We already closed it. Like, this quest cannot happen until you do the other quest, so why are they also talking about this giant rift in the sky? We closed it already. Okay.
When you say knowledge beyond the realm of most mages, do you mean blood magic?
I know many obscure, forgotten, and forbidden arts. Some of it you might consider blood magic, yes? Should thought of that frighten you, allow me to offer reassurance. Knowledge alone does no harm. What I possess, I place at your disposal to make use of or ignore as you desire.
First sign of trouble and you're out.
I am not joining you. I am a liaison, advising on the throne's behalf and helping when called upon to do so. If you find that objectionable, you may indeed spurn your new ally's offer. Yet consider this. You battle a foe you scarce understand, with all Thedas hanging in the balance. You need all the help you can get, Inquisitor. I shall meet
Can't deny
you
that.
at Skyhold.
Alright, so it'll be good to be able to talk to Morgan a little bit more.
Is everything all right? You look troubled.
So I was wrong about the shapeshifters or whatever, but I still want to know who that fake Fiona was. The poor dude.
This isn't over yet. Corypheus will strike back at us for this loss.
He surely will. But we'll be ready for whatever comes. Is there anything I can do? Can I get you anything? A drink, perhaps?
Probably am ready to go back to Skyhold at this point, but let's see if there's anything else I can do in the palace first. Or
I
should
just
do.
need a moment.
we have an achievement. Wicked eyes and wicked hearts. Well, I guess we're going back to Skyhold anyway. That's okay, though. There's a lot left to do.
The matter is urgent, Lady Josephine.
I am well aware of that, revered mother.
We will need them to return to Val Royeaux as soon as possible. There are ceremonies, ordinations. Maker's mercy.
That's quite impossible at the moment. However, I will see to this matter as soon as possible.
My Lady Inquisitor. Please, may I have a word with you?
Yeah, I really want to say no, but we'll see.
Just when you've solved one crisis, another springs up to take its place.
I am sorry to place this burden on your shoulders, but you are the only one who can help. With the political turmoil put to rest, our minds turn to a single question. The next divine.
Of course.
We cannot answer it without the left and right hands of Divine Justinia V.
I have already told you, revered mother. Lady Leliana and Seeker Cassandra cannot be spared from their duties.
But surely with the support of the Empire, the Inquisition will not be harmed by the loss of just 2 souls.
Why do you need Liliana and Cassandra?
They were Her Holiness's most trusted advisors. They represent her legacy, her hopes for peace in Thedas. They could rally the Grand Clerics to follow as no candidate from the clergy has been able to.
Why is that like a sad option?
I don't understand. What is it you're asking of them?
We need them to serve as candidates for the role of Divine.
Aha.
Everyone with the political support to succeed Justinia perished alongside her. Those who remain are unable to gather the majority of votes from the conclave of Grand Clerics. They have been deadlocked for too long. Lady Liliana and Seeker Cassandra were Justinia's most trusted friends and advisors. Our late Divine is still held in high esteem. To honor her, the Grand Clerics might support one of them as successor.
Interesting.
How long does the Chantry need them?
Several months, at least. If one of them is crowned Divine, she would not be returning to the Inquisition.
These aren't just any 2 people. They're key members of the Inquisition.
For the sake of Thedas, we must ask you to make this sacrifice.
This will have to be settled later. The Inquisitor has only just returned and has important business to attend to.
Thank you,
You must
Justine.
excuse us, revered mother.
So I guess that's the next leg of the main quest. Which makes sense. Crowning a new
Don't
divine
let
is
them
on our to-do
detract from
list.
your victory at Alam-Shiral. Now that the political situation has stabilized, we can devote more Inquisition resources to pursuing Corypheus. I would talk to Hawk. Soon.
Yep. Definitely interested in doing that, and there's a lot of experience for that. There's a lot of regions to explore. We have items to sell. So our inventory is full. Alright, let's start with that first. Some more power. There's the securing the Western Front quest, whatever that means. There's crafting, there's building up Skyhold. There's lots to do. So it'll probably actually be a while before we do the next main quest, like the Divine. Alright. So you know what we should probably do is go through again and upgrade everybody's gear. I'm not going to do it this time. I'm just going to go through and sell everything. Because most of these aren't really that good. And why is my hat not equipped?
They never do.
Okay. Armor, headpiece. Oh. You know, I actually might. Let's see. Options. Play or play? to see what it looks like.
Understand. Fairbanks fights for us
Oh,
and
it's not
others.
showing it.
He has to stay hidden.
I think it looked all right,
He's
but
like
it
Hood
hid the hair, so we
or
decided not to
Edge.
go with that. Coming back to me. Let's turn that on again. Alright.
Rat.
Alright, so I'm just gonna go through and sell all of this stuff. Pretty good mass, which you might want to keep that. Well, or not, whatever. I'll keep one of these. And that's my old. Ooh, okay. This we could sell for a lot of money. And probably will, because 30% cold resistance. There's just not that much cold damage in the game for it to be worth that. I haven't, like, seen any cold damage I can recollect. Maybe a couple mages used it at some point, but I just... thing I would recognize. Lots of rings. Couple upgrades. It's always the weapons, though, that are the most, I fill up most of my inventory. A lot of daggers. Probably don't need all those. Did it unequip all of my companions? I feel like it did. Alright, we're down to 28, which isn't great, but it'll do for now.
This isn't like that. This is real.
We also could buy those other elven robes from the Dalish, but again, I remember seeing a different way to get them, so... Plus, I think we need one more level to use them, so we'll wait a little bit. Alright, so much to do. Okay, where do we want to start? As you can tell by our quest log. Tons of stuff to do. We haven't even been to the Emerald Graves, we haven't been to the Emprise de Luon. We haven't done everything in the Exalted Plains. We haven't even done everything at the Storm Coast yet. Haven't touched the Western Approach. I think we did do everything at the Hinterlands, right? It's just the, yeah, the Requisition. Still plenty of high dragons to kill. We saw one on the Storm Coast, but I think it's in that area that we... I think it's open now. I think we opened it when we did one of those quests, but not really sure. Alright,
Apologies,
anything
but
good to buy here?
Master is expecting something.
Nice axe. Alright.
He'll have any requests and the associated billing when it is
Yeah,
appropriate.
there's lots of crafting to do. I want to
Not what I think you
make sure I get those gardens and the courtyard, wherever it is, for Skyhold. First, let's head inside and go to the war table.
Grand, isn't it? To know
Make sure we have all of our agents sent out. And we can also see how much
We can't fight a god.
power it is
The
for...
elder thinks nothing.
Oh, that's the wrong way.
They make us know. But they
How much power it is for the next main quest, even though we're not going to do it for probably a while, because the last quest was for level 12 to 15, and we are now level 15. Just barely. Alright. Oh, this is... I did install the DLC yesterday, that's right. So all of the
I
free...
should inspect the condition of the trebuchets. They must be calibrated to reach the proper range.
Again? How many times will
we
you be
can send
doing
everybody, or anybody here. Did that. Dwarven slaves. Brendan Kanaris. Reports received. Nothing, I guess. Okay. Disappointing. Where is the main quest, though? Find the warden. We have to do that. Maybe you have to do that before you go on to the next main quest? Could be. The bulky board. Sounds like a mount. Oh, it must be because it's 0, so.
Let's see what we have.
Must be more of that free DLC you get with the game. This train. Alright, so something about my trainer and rift magic. Or Josephine.
Let us begin.
Have fun. Dorian's request. Here's his inventory mages thing. Alright, go for it, Liliana.
Let's see what we have.
That'll open us a little quest. Oh, so he's going to conscript more soldiers using Grey Warden treaties? Alright, whatever, go
To
for
work?
it. Alright, so at least they're doing something now. Alright. No Inquisition perks at the moment. We have lots of power, though. Trying to decide what our next course of action will be. That was a different thing, I think. Right? Hope so. Let me make sure. I'm pretty sure that was just because of those 0-second missions they had. Oh look, gold, yay. And a nice little amulet there.
Any news on why
Yeah, everybody's
Corypheus is
busy.
sending people to explore elven ruins of all things?
Elven
No,
ruins.
I suspect he keeps the reason secret, even from his inner circle.
Probably wants more of those orbs, I guess. I feel like they're probably going to become important later on in the game. Alright, yeah. We did that one already. So, the main quest marker is above the Western Approach thing and the Grey Warden thing. Not yet sure which we'll do first, but for now let's hang around Skyhold a bit. And, new operation available, we acquired amulet. Hey Josephine, how are things going?
How bracing to be in the thick of the game again. The last time I was at Alam Shiral was Countess Letienne's wedding. There were a dozen affairs, 5 secret alliances, and a duel between 2 chevaliers over the vintage of an Antivan port. But until the Duchess was en masse, I've never seen the Winter Palace in shock.
The nobility needed a shock. Corypheus played them all for fools.
I agree completely. The game's become increasingly insular in the past few years. Corypheus skillfully took advantage. It's disturbing so few people in the Orlesian court were aware of the Duchess's machinations.
Did Celine know? Not so sure. Let's see what she says.
The Empress realized she was in danger.
She's always in danger. Those loyal to her should have practiced more vigilance. But let's not lose sight of victory. Your actions at the ball have secured us allies and favors alike.
I kept dreading I'd drop the wrong spoon or step on a general's foot.
Well done. Feuds that spanned ages have sparked over less.
Really?
Inquisitor never underestimates the enmity of those for whom outrage is a sport. Inquisitor, is it true? Is the mark on your hand magic cast by Corypheus?
Corypheus claimed it's a spell gone wrong.
I wanted to think it was a blessing. A sign the Maker was returning to his creation. How credulous of me.
The anchor's nothing more special than a misfired spell.
At least you had the good fortune to take it from Corypheus. Does it hurt? The anchor, that is.
It's not pain. It's more like my nerves go on fire.
It sounds most unpleasant.
That it does. Alright. So we could probably talk to people here all day. I might have an episode just of running around talking to everybody in my merry little band here. But we have thrones to collect. We have we can sit in judgment of people. I don't know if there's any more yet. Was there anything to do in my quarters? I forget. Oh, there was the outfit thing. Don't remember if there was anything else or not. I wonder if you can decorate this place anymore. Wardrobe. There's a quest marker there out of the war room. And that's up to that little loft area. Probably stick with what I have still, but let's see. That's alright, I kinda like the coloring there. Outerwear. This is like the standard stuff. There was this one. Is that what I had before? I think so. Oh, and Eternal is like the gold version. Light. Yeah, I'm not really a big fan of the gold. It'd be nice if you could color this armor, make it like a light blue, but we'll stick with this. Alright, so nothing really else to do up here. Nice room, but about all there is to it. Head back downstairs. I need more elf root in order to get some of those upgrades I want. So I do think we probably unlocked that area of the Storm Coast where that dragon is. Maybe we'll do that next.
What's the chance
I haven't talked to Solus in a while.
Assholes kicked in the Maker's door. He made them darkspawn. That's why there's blight, and we have to give wardens our weapons.
One way to tell the story?
Still miss that bloody sword. It was a good blade.
Not the sword from Redcliffe, right? Probably not.
I need to have a few words with my publisher. The first one will be you, and the second one will be Bastard.
Why is that?
They've claimed for years my crime serials don't sell in Orlais. So why is the Council of Heralds asking me for autographs? Sorry, distracted. Anyway, you need something?
I read your Tale of the Champion, and I have a few questions.
That's a pretty common reaction. Go ahead.
Oh, I guess I asked all of them.
Carry on.
Need something?
What can you tell me about this Corypheus?
I asked all these too.
I'm not exactly an expert, but ask away and I'll answer what I can.
I thought I asked these.
He looks like some sort of blighted creature, but he speaks. What is he exactly?
The wardens who imprisoned him thought he was just a darkspawn. But you heard him ranting. He claims he's a magister. One who assaulted the Golden City, what, more than 1,000 years ago? It seems crazy, but if he's telling the truth, he's one of the people who caused the blights.
All right. I think that's enough about Corypheus.
No problem.
Alright, let's say hi to Solus. Haven't seen him in a while.
There are spirits hovering by the veil to observe the thrones of powerful nations. The machinations, betrayals.
Are there now?
After our time in Halam Shiral, I understand why. I had forgotten how I missed court intrigue.
You weren't there, though.
If I go the rest of my life without ever dealing with the Great Game again, I'll die happy.
Sadly, as the Inquisitor, it is unlikely you will live without further courtly machinations. Unless the rest of your life is very short. In which case, I doubt you will die happy. In any event, Celine should now be a steadfast ally. Especially after helping her neutralize Briala.
I didn't. I did everything I could to support Briala. I still don't know what that weapon is that they mentioned her having. That was really interesting.
I hope you know that I didn't turn over Briala lightly.
I didn't turn her over at all.
Another option.
What? Why would I disapprove of... Oh. Because we're both elves.
So am I.
I'm sorry. I was confused. I do not consider myself to have much in common with the elves.
See, that was weird. They're all reacting as if I had told them about what Briala... Well, I guess I did send her back to Cullen, so... Maybe I should never have entered that room in the first place. But I figured the information would be good to know, even if I chose not to use it. Alright,
You are an elf, and a powerful mage as well. Have you ever considered trying to help your people?
How? By attacking Orlesian nobles? Should I skulk around the Dales, mourning my lost heritage? I joined the Inquisition to save the world. Regardless of who my people are, this was the best way to help them. As for the elves of Orlais, Briala did what she could. She was an admirable woman, even if her gambit failed.
I still haven't decided. I guess I probably should pursue a romance because it's a Bioware game, so it'd be good to see it. I'm wondering who Leovara would be attracted to then, though, of her available options. Unlike Brellan, I think she's probably heterosexual, so it's down to either Dorian or Solus. But Solus is an elf. As much as he doesn't like his heritage as an elf, I think Leovara would probably respect that more, so let's flirt with him a little.
You're an admirable man. Not many people know who they are the way you do.
Thank you. Both for saying that and for seeing that. Few in this world can see me, instead of just seeing a pair of pointed ears.
In other words, you are an elf. That's exactly what all elves deal with. You're one of us, Solus, whether you care to admit it or not.
You have begun practicing new magical forms. Interesting. You seem to be drawing upon the raw substance of the Fade. Likely using your mark as a catalyst. I use similar techniques, although it took me years to learn them. Why did you choose such an esoteric area of study?
These two are both good.
I hoped that studying such magic would help me better understand the Fade.
While our fight affords little time for formal study, the wise can better themselves even in the midst of battle. Perhaps especially then. I hope your new studies serve you well. Did you need anything else?
As do I. I'm pretty sure I've already asked them these two way back in Haven.
I need to know more about Corypheus.
Although you have ended the battle in Orlais, it will take the country some time to recover. Corypheus faces a decision. Accelerate his plan to gain power, or abandon his dream of conquering Orlais. For now, he will never abandon his dream.
We'll talk later.
Goodbye.
Alright, could go upstairs and talk to Dorian or Liliana, go out here and talk to Cullen. We haven't seen Cullen in a while, and I did see there's another quest out there to pick up.
As leader of the Inquisition, there's something I must tell you.
You're being especially serious today.
I know. Lyrium grants Templars our abilities, but it controls us as well. Those cut off suffer. Some go mad, others die. We have secured a reliable source of lyrium for the Templars here. But I no longer take it.
You stopped?
When I joined the Inquisition. It's been months now.
You've never complained.
Why would I? I chose this. After what happened in Kirkwall, I couldn't. I will not be bound to the Order, or that life any longer. Whatever the suffering, I accept it.
Good for you.
But I would not put the Inquisition at risk. I've asked Cassandra to watch me. If my ability to lead is compromised, I will be relieved from duty.
Are you in pain?
I can endure it.
Cassandra takes things as seriously as you do. If she has no problem with this, neither do I.
I thought you had a right to know. The Inquisition's army must always take priority. Should anything happen, I will defer to Cassandra's judgment.
Good to know. Nice little conversation they put in there. Confessions of a lyrium addict. I believe, was it John Donne wrote Confessions of an Opium Addict or something like that? I think we read that in
perfectly
college.
happy never again setting foot in the Winter Palace.
You and me
It wasn't
both.
the gossip and backstabbing, I know what the game entails, but the indifference to it all.
And all those stupid stone hollows.
I didn't care for it myself.
I shouldn't be surprised. The Chantry can be the same.
Right.
Their politics are less extravagant, but just as heated. The Empress rules a country. The Divine influences half a continent.
More than that, actually.
I should get to know you better. We are working together after all.
I feel like I probably asked
What
most
would you
people
like
already.
to know?
All right. Where are you from?
I grew up in Ferelden, near Honleath. I was transferred to Kirkwall shortly after the Blight. Traveling to Haven was the first I'd returned in almost 10 years.
You were in Ferelden during the Blight. Did you fight Darkspawn?
No. I was stationed at Ferelden's Circle Tower. The Circle had troubles of its own. I remained there during the Blight.
What happened at the Circle Tower?
Few who survived the Blight have fond memories of that time. I would prefer not to speak of it.
Varric's from Kirkwall. Did you two know each other?
I knew he was friends with the champion of Kirkwall, but little else. We've spoken more since I joined the Inquisition, largely at Varric's insistence.
Of course.
Apparently I spend too much time with a serious expression on my face, and it's bad for my health.
You were away from Ferelden for 10 years. Was it strange being back there again?
Strange? No. If anything, the opposite. I was not sorry to leave Ferelden when I did. I had no desire to return. But leaving Haven was more difficult than I would have imagined. Not just because Corypheus forced it upon us. It felt like I was abandoning my home. I never thought I'd feel that way again.
What was Kirkwall like?
While I was there, Canary occupied and then attacked the city. The Viscount's murder caused political unrest. Relations between mages and Templars fell apart, an apostate blew up the Chantry, and the Knight Commander went mad. Other than that, it was fine.
What happened between Kirkwall's mages and Templars?
You were at the Conclave. You must have heard people speak of it.
Yes, but you were there.
There was tension between mages and Templars long before I arrived. Eventually, it reached a breaking point. There was fighting in the streets. Abominations began killing both sides. It was a nightmare.
What happened then?
The Templars should have restored order, but Red Lyrium had driven Knight Commander Meredith mad. She threatened to kill Kirkwall's champion, turned on her own men. I'm not sure how far she would have gone. Too far.
So you opposed her?
I stood with the champion against her, in the end. But I should have seen through Meredith sooner.
I'll let you return to your work.
Should you require anything, I'll be here.
Alright, let's go see what that quest was. We'll pick that up. And then I'll probably have some dinner. A room. Judgment. Guess it was downstairs, maybe? Yes, over here. Actually, I want to see something. So Skyhold is like right in between Orlais and Ferelden. It looks like it's more on the Ferelden side of the Frostbacks, but it's hard to tell. People keep speaking as if we're no longer in Ferelden, but it's hard to say where exactly we truly are.
Very well.
Stefan finally died. It was a blessing, really. He's been in so much pain since he was out of his mind at the end. He smiled, said he smelled his mother's turnip stew, and slipped away.
Oh, my maker, you cannot imagine how many letters I've received about the fracas at Halam Shiral. Fortunately, you tied twice as many threads as cut, although it is yet bewildering at the center.
There are problems coming out of Halam Shiral.
There are always problems from Halam Shiral. We've lost a few contracts, but more than made up for it. Although, if a few commendations were given, it might retie some severed threads. I couldn't suggest how. That is better decided at your war table, and I'm not going near that thing.
How's it going? Do we have what we need?
With Skyhold shining like a beacon? You name it, it's here or on the way. I've wrung out the slackers, given them what for. I think I like this job.
Well, good. It's good to enjoy your work.
As you were.
We are here for you, Inquisitor.
Alright, so there's a new operation at the war table. That's what that was. I think for now, though, I'm probably going to take a little break to have some dinner. And when we come back, we may or may not face a dragon along the Storm Coast. Thank you guys for watching, and I will see you then.